Hello, fifth graders. Happy Friday. Today's idiom is 2 peas in a pod. So literally, we have peas, a vegetable. You may have seen this image before where there are 2 little peas and they look alike. So peas often look the same. They're in this little pod like a boat. They're in a little group. So 2 peas in a pod figuratively means very similar, especially in appearance or character. So in The Watsons Go to Birmingham, Kenny and Rufus are 2 peas in a pod and like to play dinosaurs. We might also say that Rufus and his little brother Cody are 2 peas in a pod because they look exactly the same, just one is smaller than the other. This week, again, we learned snake in the grass, a person who is sneaky and deceitful. We learned break your neck, to put a great deal of effort into something, to try really hard. Laugh your head off, to laugh hysterically, to laugh a lot and loudly, like the dad does when Byron's lips are stuck to the mirror. Mile a minute, to do something very quickly. Rufus talks a mile a minute in the text. This week we've learned the suffix less. We learned fearless, without fear, lacking fear. Harmless, not able to cause harm, unlikely to cause harm, so without harm. When something's endless, it seems to continue forever. There's a very large amount, size, or number of something. And if something is useless, it is not useful. It is not effective in any way, so it's without use. Today we have the word hopeless. Hopeless. What does hopeless mean? Let's look at the sentence to help us. When Kenny laughed at Rufus on the bus, Rufus stopped talking to him. It seemed hopeless that they might patch things up, but Kenny's mom helped and they became friends again. So hopeless means if something that you are trying to do is hopeless, then there is no possibility of it being successful. So it doesn't seem to be successful. It might seem like there's no hope. A hopeless situation is so bad that there is no chance of success or improvement. Okay? So in this case, it wasn't hopeless. It seemed hopeless for a while for Kenny because he tried to go to Rufus's house and say sorry, but Rufus didn't want to talk to him still. And it wasn't until the mom intervened that they were able to reconcile and be friends again. So it just took some time. So in a hopeless situation, it might seem like it's easier to give up, but you might give it some time. You might keep trying. You might try it a different way. You might, like in this case, say sorry and see. You might write a letter. You might just try to help a situation if you've done something badly. So whenever you come across the suffix less, then you're going to know that it means without. So for example, if somebody does something effortless, it seems like they do it so easily that it doesn't require any effort. It actually does require effort, but it doesn't seem like it. So that's kind of hard because it doesn't mean without effort doesn't mean no effort. It just seems like it doesn't seem like they require a lot of effort because they can do something so well. So that's kind of a difficult one. But here's another example. If I say something is flawless, like I might say that a person does something in a flawless way. They don't have any flaws. So a flaw is a mistake. So they can do something without any flaws. Or if I say someone is thankless, this means that they are without thanks. They don't show thanks. So sometimes less is pretty easy. It just means without Sometimes it's a little bit more involved, like effortless doesn't mean zero effort. It just means they put in so much effort, they do it very well, and it looks like they don't put in effort because it's come so easily to them. But again, when you see less, it means without. Now the Greek root therm means heat or temperature. So we've learned thermostat, hypothermia, thermal, thermometer. So when you see therm again, you're going to know it has something to do with heat and temperature. Today we have thermos, a special container like a bottle that keeps drinks hot or cold. So it can keep a drink hot, like this thermos right here is used for keeping the coffee hot. This thermos here could have something hot or cold in it. So like if I want to keep iced tea cold, to keep cold for the rest of the day, I might put it in a thermos. Sometimes people go on a picnic or they go to an outdoor concert and they want to take a drink with them, a hot drink or a cold drink, so they put it in a thermos to keep it cold or hot. Sometimes people go to work and they take their coffee with them so they don't have to make it at work. They might drink it in the car on their way to work and then have coffee when they get to work. I've taken a thermos before for a long day. I'm running errands and I want to take my coffee with me, so I take a thermos along when I'm going to run errands, going to different stores and whatnot. I've seen kids take a thermos to school and they put their milk in there or a nice hot drink in there, and then they can drink it while they're at school. So it keeps the drink safe and it doesn't spill, right? Because it has a cap, and it keeps the drink hot or cold. So it's a very handy thing. Here's one more example. On a cold day in Flint, Michigan, it would be great to have a thermos full of hot coffee to keep warm. All right, fifth graders, and then thank you for watching to the end, and you have a few extra questions today as a quiz to review this week's word work and idioms from the past. Have a great weekend.